Welcome to Lesson 9. Lesson 9 is also very important for bloggers or business people because we're going to show you how to create a proper contact page. So just like we were dealing with pages regarding the About page, same idea here. Click on the Pages menu in your dashboard. Just make it a little bigger. And in this case, we're going to add a new page from scratch. So you just click on Add New either here or over on the left side. It's up to you. And we're going to call this new page Contact Us. And I'm just going to take a minute here to fill in a little blurb, sort of prompting our visitors as to what we want them to do. So I've taken a few minutes here to fill in the contact information. I'm just saying for further information, please feel free to contact me. I'm providing a phone number. It's just a dummy mailing address here. And then I'm adding a line that says, if you would like to send me a private message, please fill in the form below. And this is really a key part of this lesson because I see a lot of people publishing their actual email address, which in my opinion isn't a good idea because there's lots of people out there and robots and programs looking to scrape email addresses and send you spam. And that's the reason why forms were created altogether. So we're gonna create a form using WordPress that lets the person fill in their name and so on and a message to you, and then that message will automatically be emailed to you behind the scenes without ever exposing your email address to the public. It also looks a little bit more professional when people can fill in a form, in my opinion. So the way to do that, it's like anything with WordPress, it's quite easy. You just go to the Upload/Insert menu, and the very final option on the right here, if you hover over top, is called Add a Custom Form. So we're going to click that. And it brings up this little form builder. And it also gives you sort of a real-time view of what it would look like. So the person would be prompted to provide their name and email address. A website would be optional because it doesn't have the word required there. And then a comment or a question or whatever it is they want to fill in. So I can even edit that to say question or comment or slash comment. And you can see there's different types of fields you can add here. So you could create surveys with checkboxes. You might want them to fill in a bunch of information. This is again something for you to experiment with, but you can get very creative here, and WordPress makes it just unbelievably easy for you to do that. So I'm just going to save that field. So now you can see in real time it's been updated to question/comment. I also want to point out quickly here the email notifications. Email will be sent to you when somebody fills in that form and hits the button. So here's where you set that email address. It doesn't go to your WordPress email address, it goes to whatever you set here. It's probably going to be the same one you used for your general settings, but maybe you have some kind of mobile address you check when you're on the road. You could put that in there. And then you also want to put a custom subject line so that when you receive these emails from your blog, you know that where they came from and that you maybe want to address it sooner than later. So I'm not going to put an email address in now, but make sure you do that so that the form will actually send something to you. You don't lose that message somewhere in the mix. Back to the form builder. The last step is to say, add this form to my post. So we're going to click that button and you'll see what happens. If you remember, up here was all the general text information I put in, and then we had my line, if you would like to send me a private message, please fill in the form. If you look below here, it's actually put in some code that essentially populates that form. Now, a quick feature I want to show you about WordPress here is that before you publish this page live on the internet, there's a button up here called Preview. Again, like when you're adding themes, it lets you preview what this would look like if you were to publish it. So let's click Preview. It's going to open it up in a new window so I can look at it sort of in a clean perspective. So here's a live preview of what the Contact Us page would look like. That you can start to see the information here. Let me zoom it out a little bit and scroll down. You can see now the form is here as well. So there's all the information, and it looks like here it's auto-populating this form with some information based on the last person that used it. But if somebody wants to get a hold of you, they fill this in, hit submit, and you get an email. You've never once exposed your email address. You're safe from the perspective of not being spammed or being put into some crazy database where you're going to get bothered all the time. Now that we're happy with the way this contact page looks, we just go back over here to the editor, make that big again, and then click Publish. And it says Page Published. You can view it live. I'm just going to close a couple of these things down. I'll go back over here to my home page, and in real time you can see We have the home page, we have the About Us page that we added earlier. Now Contact Us is the third page added. And we have the ability to add even more pages if we want now, but that brings you to the end of Lesson 9.